one of my favourites now. This is a saddle of venison, just here. So you can see we've sent you with the venison. It's all been boned out, so no bones in there at all. It's the saddle of a venison, and we've got a lovely chicken mousse just going through there, with the chestnuts going through it. And then we've wrapped it in serrano ham, and it's just got a little bit, 2 pieces of string around it to keep it together when it finishes off. That needs to come off at the end. So put it into your little eco tub, exactly the same. This is going in the oven now for about 12 to 14 minutes. If you want it well done, add an extra 6 to 10 minutes on there, depending on whether you want it really well done or just a little bit more cooked. So that's going to go in the oven now. Ready? 12 to 14. Garnishes, we've got crispy cavolo, lovely little deep fried cavolo leaves, which is really moorish, like that little seaweed you get in the Chinese. And then we've got a little bit of sauce grand veneur here, finished with bitter chocolate. There's green peppercorn in there. It's made with the venison stock. We've got cabbage, so I'm going to get my pan just here. Just take a pair of scissors or a knife, just cut that through. Remember, all of these vacuum packed bags are all compostable as well. So let's get our cabbage in. That's just been cooked with some nice port and orange going through, like so. So that's my red cabbage. That's going to go onto the heat, just near where you're going to serve up, just to warm through. Same as the sauce. And then the other 2 garnishes. We've got a parsnip puree here, and this is a prune puree in this one. Now, up to you. You can put both of these in a little pan of just scalding water, just for a couple of minutes, just to heat them up. But what I prefer to do with these, have them out of room temperature, so take them out in the morning, leave them on the side, and then we're going to just snip off the end, and I'm going to pipe it on the plate to make a really nice little pattern around it. And then we're going to put all the garnish in. The plate will be hot, and that will heat the purees up, all ready for serving it. So back in about 12 minutes or so, and I'm going to show you how to finish off this venison. Okay, right, it's plating up time for our venison. Make sure your plate is nice and hot. No, Mum always says to me, make your dinner plates nice and hot, so the food you're eating, of course, stays at good temperature as it goes through. There you go, there's a venison. That's rested now, a couple of minutes, really, really important. And then just with a pair of scissors, cabbage there, thank you, Ed. Just cut that string. You don't want to cut the actual meat, so just very, very carefully take off that string like so. And then we're just going to leave that to continue to rest. Then, let's get your puree. So first of all, this is our prune puree. Cut off the end of your little bag, and then the same on the parsnip puree as well. Make sure those little ends go in the bin, so they don't end up on a plate. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pipe some nice little piles, like so, of my puree first of all. And it's the same again, this is room temperature, you can heat it up if you prefer. Nice piles of, this is a parsnip puree. Thank you. And there we go, next puree. So they're all good to go. And then let's get our cabbage next. This is our red cabbage. Give it a little drain before you put it onto the plate. That's all that lovely juice from the port and the orange that we cooked it with. And then straight into the middle. Let's get all of that cabbage on there. When you put the cabbage on, try and put it in the exact place you want it straight away, because look at the colour on there, it's going to kind of make a bit of a mess on the plate if you have to move it about. There's our cabbage. Next up, venison. So here we go, you can put it on whole if you want, but I'm going to just slice it into 3. So nice sharp knife, nice long cuts. There you go, look at that. And as I said, if you like it a little bit more well done, no problem at all. An extra sort of 5 to 10 minutes or so in the oven. A little bit of Maldon salt you saw me just put on there. Then I'm going to just put that nicely sitting up against my cabbage. There we go. Then we've got our sauce. So this is our sauce grand veneur now. Lovely and rich. I'd serve someone on the table and just a little bit on the plate. I'm just gonna a little bit over the top of the venison.
Put the spare sauce in there if you like.
Thank you, thank you. See, Ed's just saying that, a good point. Let's get the spare sauce on the table, so then you don't have to put all on the plate, so your presentation will not be the best. So that's the rest of our sauce. And then that's just leaving us to put our cabbage on. Crispy Cavolo Nero. Don't cover up the venison too much. so you can still see everything. A few nice pieces there. And look at that. How about that? Lovely and Christmassy. Red cabbage, the prunes, the puree from the parsnips, that venison. Really lovely main course. Hope you enjoy.